welcome back to my channel. My name is Britt and this is Coffee and Makeup. This is my second video in my series about you starting your own beauty YouTube channel. I'm so excited for it, and I also decided for this series to make all of the thumbnails have a red border, and that's how you'll be able to tell on my channel which videos are part of this series. And of course I will link all of the videos that I have already made for this series down in the description box below. Today we're talking about equipment, and it can get a little daunting and depressing at this point in the process of starting your channel. It was for me because I realized as I was seriously thinking about starting my channel, I realized that filming equipment can be so expensive. It's very expensive, and it is a little sad because all of your favorite YouTubers probably are much bigger YouTubers and they use very expensive equipment to make their videos, which is why they can make such high quality videos. Just in terms of the picture and HD and stuff, I'm not talking about content, and we'll discuss that later, the difference, but they can make very high quality videos as far as the technical filming aspect. But the good news and the encouragement that I want to give you is even if you don't have $1 to spend on your channel, you can still start one, and I encourage you to do that. Don't put it off. Don't say, oh, I'm going to save up for a camera and then I'm going to start. Start your channel as soon as possible. Get it out there, and then you can start to save and get new equipment as you are able, but don't use the equipment as an excuse to not start. So I'm going to go through a few categories of things you'll need, and I will give you suggestions for people who are not able to spend any money, and I will give you suggestions for people who have maybe a bigger budget to spend, and of course a middling budget as well. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is your camera, and probably the most important element here when you're making videos. And if you have not a dime to spend on your camera, I have good news for you, which is that you can probably use whatever phone you have right now, with the exception of people who have super old flip phones. In that case, you might need to look into some other options, but if you have an iPhone or if you have a relatively new phone, like made in the past few years, the camera is probably surprisingly good. And I know a lot of YouTubers who have used their iPhone or iPad to film videos, and they're not the best quality in the world, but they're surprisingly good quality. So instead of pulling out the old camcorder or some very old camera that you have, try filming with your phone first and see if that works for you. Now, if you only have a little money to spend, maybe around $300 to $400, I recommend the Canon EOS M. It's kind of a smaller version of a DSLR camera, and it has great reviews. I personally have never used one, but I was thinking about getting one when I was shopping for my camera, which I currently have. And that brings me to, if you have a ton of money, like around $1,000, I really recommend my camera, which is the Canon 60D. I saved up forever to get this camera, and I don't regret it at all. I love this thing, one of the most expensive things I've ever bought besides for my cars, but this was totally worth the purchase. And when you are looking into a camera because you've saved up and you're ready to buy that nice camera, I recommend that you look into the autofocus. Look at reviews and make sure that if it does have autofocus, that sound is not going to get picked up by the mic inside the camera or any external mics, because that can cause a really annoying sound, and the last thing you want to do is buy a very expensive camera only to find that it makes really annoying noises throughout your entire video. And you also want to look at how long of video clips you can take with that camera. For my camera, I think the longest video clip can be 20 minutes, but there are some cameras that can take video for like an hour or longer, so that's something to consider. I actually made a spreadsheet when I was looking for my camera, and I put all of the factors that I was considering: price, the length of the video time, autofocus, noise issues. Also you want to look for a flip screen if you can, so that you can see yourself. Like right now I can see myself as I'm filming, so that's another important thing. So like I said, I made a spreadsheet with all of these factors, and I had a couple cameras that I was looking at. I ended up going with the 60D, and I love it. But like I said, to those of you who are working on a shoestring budget, you can do a great job with just a simple iPhone. Now let's talk about audio. Audio is something that is really difficult for me, so I don't consider myself an expert just yet. I use a microphone right now, but the the microphones that are built into iPhones, if you're going to be using your iPhone or your phone, and that are built into cameras are actually quite good. And if you're going to buy a better quality external microphone, they are so expensive. Like, there's really no in between. You can't find a great external mic for like $50. It's more like $200 or something like that. So for the vast majority of you guys starting out, I really suggest that you use just whatever recording device is built into your camera, whether it's your iPhone or a nicer camera. If you want a microphone, an external microphone, I think that Snowball are really well regarded. The one I have right now is an Audio-Technica. I will link all of the specifics below, but I still have some issues with it as far as like white noise as I'm recording, so I'm not quite an expert in audio yet, but I think for the vast majority of you guys starting out, just use whatever audio is built into your phone or your camera. Now let's talk about lighting. So this is so important when you're filming, because if you're filming in terrible light, it's so hard to see, and it just totally, like, nobody wants to watch that video. And a great thing if you don't have a lot of dollar bills and you need to start your channel is that natural lighting is the best lighting ever. Even for people who have like millions of subscribers and all this equipment and ring lights and fancy things, natural lighting still is what makes these people look the best in their videos and what makes a video look really good. So behind every big successful YouTuber is probably a big ass window and maybe some extra lights, but really natural lighting is the way to go. So if you have a large window in your home, then you can take videos in front of that window. And if you don't have a large window, then you just need to get outside. It's fine to shoot videos outside, and you just need to take advantage of that big glorious sun that gives your skin the most beautiful glow and will make your videos the highest quality regardless of what you're using to record. Now, if you want to invest in some lighting, say for a rainy day, or maybe you just want to complement the natural lighting in your home, I have some umbrella lights from eBay. I will link the umbrella lights that I bought in the description below, and I am very happy with them. I think I might upgrade soon to like a ring light or something like that, but right now I have those umbrella lights and they have served their purpose so far, and they were also pretty affordable if I remember. But of course, if you'd like to check out the price, you can just look at the link below. And if you have a ton of money, hundreds of dollars, then you can definitely invest in a ring light. Everyone talks about these on Instagram and YouTube. That's basically what all the big people use, and it gives you that really cool look in your eye like you're wearing fake contacts. But yeah, ring lights are definitely good, but really I personally feel that nothing would beat a natural lighting setup. So now that we've gone through your camera, your lighting, and your audio, the last thing that we really need to tackle is your tripod. What are you setting up your camera on? And if you have a very low budget, I guarantee you have a tripod in your house, especially if you're going to school, and that is just going to be ye old book stack. This is what I used when I was first starting out, and everyone has pretty much done it, I think. It's great because it's adjustable. You can put as many books on here as you want, and you basically just need to finagle it and see how you can get the book stack to work for you, whether it's stacking some books on a table or desk or chair and placing your phone or camera on top of there. You can stagger the books like this and then kind of have your phone like angled here. Whatever works for you, but this is the free tripod, and especially if you're a student, I'm sure you have a ton of books laying around that probably don't get very much use after your class is over, so you can definitely use those. If you want a nicer tripod, the one that I have I feel like is pretty good middling price, and that was a Vista Explorer. I will link it below. I got it on Amazon and it has never led me astray. The really nice thing about filming beauty videos is that you're not really putting your equipment through the ringer. You're in your house, you're sitting in one spot, so the audio doesn't have to block out like wind and other noises, and your tripod is not going to be on crazy terrain or anything. So this Vista Explorer has served me well and I really love it. However, if you want to invest in a nicer tripod, feel free to do so. There are much heavier duty models, and like I said, it's really unnecessary, I think, because you're probably going to be inside for the majority of your videos. You're not going to be getting dirt or mud all over this thing or carting it around probably that much. It's probably just going to store up in your closet when you're done with it. But if you'd like to invest in a more heavy-duty model, there are many out there. I will leave that to you to find them because I really have felt no need to even research them, but they are out there, and if you would like that, that's awesome. So basically, in conclusion, I want to encourage you guys all, no matter what your financial situation is, to start your channel. And especially for those of you guys who don't have money to start, this is going to make you smarter about the way you film. So maybe you don't have the nicest equipment, but you're going to get really smart really fast. And trust me, when you learn how to set up whatever situation that you have going on low budget, you are going to be so good once you save up for a nicer equipment, because you will learn everything, all the tricks and all the little things that you can change to make your videos great. And also, the quality of your videos, as far as the technical aspect of filming, has nothing to do with your content. So this is just going to motivate you to make better content, and also your personality. So you have a lot to offer. It's not just about the quality of your videos as far as those technical aspects. So if you have any questions, leave them below. I will be sure to answer them. And please don't let your financial situation or your camera situation be an excuse for you not to start your channel, because you have a lot to offer and you don't want to hold yourself back by telling yourself that you can't do it. You can, and these tips I hope will help you get there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!